Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a 2024 Ram 2500. Before we get in this video though, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Doug Smith Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Colby. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 6.7 liter turbo diesel inline six known as the Cummins. Now this goes through the 68 RFE transmission, 6-speed automatic. Power outputs are 370 horsepower and then 850 pound-feet of torque. Now before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, this one's finished in granite crystal, which is this cool metallic gray. You guys can also see the 2500 heavy duty badge there on the side. Now you guys can see this one has halogen lights, and then notice here with the grille how it's like blacked out there, but then you also have some chrome elements, and then same thing here with the bumper, and then this does have tow hooks. And putting it all together, well, there's the front end. Now coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 70 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, chrome just like the front end theme, right? And speaking of chrome, you got the Cummins badge there, and then you've got the new style of trailer mirrors, and then notice the door handles match the mirrors in terms of coloration. And because this is a 2500, we do have a multi-link setup in the rear. And then here is your full side profile on the truck, and I love how the granite crystal kind of changes depending on how much light is hitting it. It looks really cool. So here's a quick look at the key fob. We have our unlock and lock function, and then you got the Ram logo there on the back. Pretty simple. And then popping into the rear, as you can see, not dampened, don't worry, I had my hand there to catch it. Just try to do some dramatic effect in the video, I suppose. But anyways, we've got a 6.5 foot box roughly in terms of the length. And then we've got an outlet here in the bed as well. No bed liner from the factory, but you can always add that in after the fact. And then you do have a cargo light at the top. And then this, super light. They've got the more baseline tail lights here, and then you guys can see all of our badges on the back. And then we've got chrome here with the rear bumper as well. And then finishing things up, let you guys think about the rest of this truck. And if you're wondering, this Grand Cherokee is kind of in the way for me to be able to get you guys like a normal back view. Now popping inside, since this is the Tradesman package, you have a more baseline interior, but the good thing about this is that it's more durable and it's easier to clean, and you got good storage down below. Now taking a look at the seats, you guys can see lighter colored cloth all down the center, and then look at the trim here on the side, and then you do have under seat storage here with the Tradesman. It is not split at all, so it all picks up in one piece. Legroom back here is really good. We also have some vents here in the center, some storage as well, and then looks like this one actually has a power window, which is cool. But anyways, headroom, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again, hard touch, but again, easy to clean. We do have all of our window controls. The front two are automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, and then that is to adjust the convex mirror, which is really cool. And then there's a quick look at the mirrors themselves. And while we're over here, payload capacity is 2,354 pounds. Now again, we got that lighter colored cloth here on the seat. Seat is manually adjustable. You got this to turn on the cargo outlet, your light controls, and then you get your cargo light as well. And then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see that it's actually soft touch all around, and it has this like perforated texture on the side, kind of interesting. But anyways, you got cruise controls on the front. You've got your voice command phone controls, your gear limiter, controls for the center stack. For those of you wondering, no radio controls on the back, but you get your regular stock here. And then of course we got a column shifter. Now here's the gauge cluster, mostly analog. We do have that little screen there in the center that'll show us different bits of info on the truck itself. Pretty standard setup for a Ram. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with the zoom function, and we got trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Good resolution, but very small camera view because the screen is tiny. But yeah, if you like you know, smaller screens, that's what this has. It is a touch screen, and because it's so small, it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like I almost feel like my fingers are almost too big for some of the controls here on the screen. But you do have analog buttons there on either side, which also kind of helps out. And then there's actually a 12 volt there at the top. We've got our driveline select, so no 4-wheel auto, but we do have 4-wheel high and 4-wheel low. And then we have our single zone climate stuff. Trailer brake controls, diesel exhaust brake with our tow haul mode. And then you guys can see here with the USB action, and then we got some storage underneath. And then here is the center console. You guys can see good storage space there. Got another little 12 volt inside. Nice padding here on the top for more of a work truck. And then this does pick up to be a bench seat, and then underneath is no storage. You have to get like a bighorn and above, if I remember right, for you to be able to get the under seat storage there. And then speaking of storage, we do have some above the glove box storage open all the time. This though is closable. It doesn't look like it has a lock though, so you can't lock the glove box. We got a manual mirror dimmer here, and then we actually have a power sliding window, which is cool. Kind of fancy. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see base price $52,625, and then we've got all the options on this. The biggest option is the diesel engine, which is $9,795. Anyways, after options, $69,530 is the total MSRP, and let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both of the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off. So this isn't my first 2024 Cummins review, because I reviewed that, I think it was a limited. Yeah, I think it was a limited if I remember right. But 2500 Tradesman, this is an important truck, right? Because, well, we'll keep going this way. Because, you know, work trucks, right? They're very, very important. So with that being said, seats are very comfortable. So one of the things I love about Ram's cloth seats is just with how they have the cloth stretched out over the cushions, it works really well. And they have a kind of like a softer texture as well compared to what you see with General Motors and with Ford as well. So I think it just all in kind of lends to a better experience. Now turning radius isn't the worst, but it's not necessarily the best either. I mean, we kind of made that there a little. Okay, actually setting off here in the Ram 2500. First off, good torque out of the Cummins so far. I mean, I'm like barely getting into the throttle, and this truck is just moving forward. So that is great. It's pretty comfortable too with the suspension so far. So I think that's a plus. Steering's got a little bit of vagueness, but overall it's pretty good. Now we'll see what the acceleration's like here. Pretty good. Pretty dang good. The 68 RFE is definitely more daily drivable than the Ison. Definitely makes the truck just get up and move. Seems like at a better rate. But yeah, really comfortable overall. So I think that's a big plus. I guess we could try the diesel exhaust brake. You can hear it right away. Ram still makes the best diesel exhaust brake in the truck industry. Ford's is probably second, and GM's just sucks. Like, it doesn't really do anything. But this, I mean, it's like right off the bat, you instantly get slowing down. And so, yeah, I don't know. And you can hear it. I think that's the cool part. It reminds me of like a semi-truck diesel exhaust brake. It's that loud. Not quite as loud, but, and you guys get the point. So, some of the things up here with this Tradesman. I mean, you know, as a work truck, this is a good setup. I mean, it has air conditioning, right? It's great that we have that in work trucks nowadays. But yeah, I like how this is optioned out overall. I do think it's like crazy though, the price, like $69,000 is a work truck nowadays. It's pretty crazy how much these truck prices have gone up over the last, you know, few years. I keep seeing a comment in the, you know, and every single time I review a truck is people talking about like, oh, truck prices have increased by like, you know, 50% over the last 5 years. And it's like, yeah, as someone who has been reviewing cars for about that long, I can see that in real time. Like, I'm obviously not, you know, like all the cars I review, like, it's not like I'm buying them, but like I get sticker shock sometimes a little bit. So gosh, I love the Cummins so much. I think this will always be my favorite diesel. It's got so much character. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the 2500 Tradesman.